Welcome to the Impactors Podcast. I'm Corey Carter.
And I'm Ron Cool.
And we are the owners and founders of Hindsight HacKing Media, agency, podcasts, funnels, graphics, and more. Head on over to gethhm.com to learn more.
Guys, we created this podcast to help you go create an impact today. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, today. We're taking all the fluff, all the BS out so you can go create an impact.
And today's topic is
batch recording and scheduling. That's what it's all about.
That is what it's all about. So I wanted to give everyone a little bit of what does batch recording actually mean, right? When it comes to podcasting, what is batch recording? It is basically hitting the record button and going to, record a bunch or multiple episodes at one time, right? Like if you have a 30-minute show that you do every week or every month, for a 30-minute show you do every week and you do 4 times a month. If you do 2 solos in a week, guess what? Go spend 1 hour and record 2 solos at one time.
Yep.
Right? If you've planned out what you're going to talk about, it's pretty easy to actually go record at one time. Obviously, if you have guests on your show, you've got to work around the schedule a little bit. But what is one trick to that, Ron, to make sure you don't overwhelm yourself? And I kind of am hoping you tell the story of when we launched our podcast, what the calendar looked like versus now when people see a calendar from us.
Yeah, we are very intentional. I know we talked about intentionality yesterday. Again, big word for Ron. Congrats. Ding, ding, ding. Anyway, so when we started, obviously we were available anytime for anybody to get on our show because we didn't have any interviews, right? So we were interviewing every day, multiple times a day, whenever the guest was available to be on our show, right? You wanted to be on tomorrow at 3, you were on tomorrow at 3. We'd figure it out, right? It was really difficult for us. And then as our business grew, we're like, okay, here's the time that we've put into our calendar that's always blocked off for interviews. And we do our interviews on Tuesdays and Fridays at a certain time. And we have a calendar link that we give to people that want to be on our show. Here's the calendar link. Find a time. And right now we're booked all the way through August. So we're booked 2 months in advance when we recorded this, right? And it's working out because then we can stay on a schedule that works in our business and works for us and not against us. However, we do have a VIP link for like huge names that we will let them pick when is available for them and we will conform to them. And it goes off our calendar whenever we have open space that they can get on. So it's still linked to our calendar and they still can't overbook us because it still talks to our calendar. So you have to have a calendaring system in order to start putting that together for yourself.
Yeah. So batch record for solos. Mm-hmm. Find a way to make it consistent with any guest interviews. And if you can just pick a day where and get multiple guest interviews, that would be amazing, right?
Yep.
But then the key is get a couple interviews recorded before you start scheduling.
Right.
So we're in, as we record this, it's in July. We're going to record everything we need to record in July for August. Mix of solos, interviews, all this fun stuff, right? Like the recording happens that way. And if you always have that mindset of, okay, well, I've got a show releasing, let's just say July 31st. Well, I should be recording that show for July 31st, like July 14th, right? Yeah. Like, or whatever, right? You're always in that mindset of being ahead, and then you can mix that batch recording. And so you schedule it, you record it ahead, schedule it early, and then your show becomes a business asset, not a business burden, right?
So true.
So, all right, everyone, that is all we got. Action step, go record multiple shows, one time, 1 hour, save yourself a bunch of the headache and just do it all at once.
Absolutely. No fluff, no BS, just impact. Go make some.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you want to learn more, head on over to impactorsmastermind.com. We have a special group waiting just for you.
Guys, why are you still listening to this? Get off your phone, go create an impact today.